Alicia Monroe was everything the world admired, a stunning supermodel, wealthy, glamorous, and desired by millions. But behind her perfect smile was a heart that had been shattered too many times. She longed for true love, but every man she met only wanted her beauty and fame. One evening, after wrapping up a fashion show in New York, Alicia's eyes caught something unexpected. Sitting at a small cafe, a simple yet incredibly handsome man laughed with his girlfriend. There was no luxury, no expensive suits, just pure happiness in his eyes. His name was Daniel Carter, a hard-working employee at a small company. Alicia couldn't stop staring. Why does he look so happy? Why can't I have love like that? She whispered to herself. She wanted him. But there was a problem. He already had someone. As the next day, Daniel received a shocking email, a job offer from a top fashion company. The salary was 5 times his current pay. Excited, he told his girlfriend Emma, who hugged him, thrilled by his success. But Daniel had no idea that Alicia was behind it. At work, Alicia made sure to be around him. She wore the most stunning outfits, her perfume lingering in the air. She leaned closer when she spoke, her fingers accidentally brushing his hand. One night, Alicia found him working late. She walked in, wearing a silky black dress, her hair cascading down her shoulders. "You're working too hard, Daniel," she whispered, placing a glass of wine on his table. "Success comes to those who work hard," he replied with a polite smile. She stepped closer. "And love? Does that come to those who work hard too?" For a moment, the air between them was electrified, but Daniel looked away. He respected his relationship. Alicia felt frustrated. Why wasn't he falling for her? Desperate, Alicia turned to an old, mysterious man rumored to have supernatural abilities. She visited his dimly lit shop in a hidden alleyway. "You want a man's heart?" The old man smirked. "Yes, but he loves someone else." The man handed her a small pouch of shimmering powder. "Mix this in his drink. He will forget her. His heart will belong to you." That night, Alicia returned to the office. She poured the mysterious powder into Daniel's juice and handed it to him. The next morning, everything changed. Daniel broke up with Emma out of nowhere. His reasons were cold, unclear, and nothing made sense to her. Meanwhile, at the office, Alicia had never felt so victorious. Daniel stayed late, and this time, he didn't pull away when Alicia touched his hand. The city lights glowed through the glass windows. She took his hand and guided him to the rooftop, where the cold wind played with her hair. "You were meant to be mine, Daniel," she whispered. For the first time, he looked at her differently. His hands cupped her waist, pulling her closer. Their lips met in a slow, passionate kiss beneath the stars. But was this love or something unnatural? Other side, Emma couldn't understand what had happened. Daniel had loved her deeply. How could he forget everything overnight? Something wasn't right. One evening, she followed Alicia. She saw her enter a dark alley and hand a bundle of cash to a shadowy figure, the supernatural man. Emma's heart pounded. She did something to him? Determined, she confronted Alicia the next day. "You don't deserve him," Emma hissed. "Whatever you did, I'll find out." Alicia's smile faded. Guilt flickered in her eyes. She had won Daniel, but at what cost? That night, Alicia sat alone in her luxurious apartment, staring at herself in the mirror. "He loves me, but not because he chose to, because I forced him to." A single tear rolled down her cheek. Love isn't meant to be stolen. The next morning, Daniel arrived at the office and found a letter on his desk. Alicia had left the city. She released him. As if a fog had lifted, Daniel's memories rushed back. He realized what he had done, what he had lost. He ran back to Emma's apartment, begging for forgiveness. And Emma? She forgave him because she knew it wasn't his fault. Months later, Daniel and Emma got married. On the morning of their wedding, a mysterious package arrived. Inside was a letter and a check for $1 million. True love cannot be taken. It happens between two hearts. I hope you both live happily ever after. This is my wedding gift to you, Alicia. Emma looked at Daniel. They held each other tightly, knowing their love had survived. And somewhere in another city, Alicia walked alone down a quiet street. For the first time in her life, she smiled, not because she won, but because she had finally let go.